Well, these are the temperatures that were the highs today, and as you can see, we got up to 91, 86 in Bay City, but out to the west of us, just on the other side of maybe Gonzales, look at that, San Antonio was at 102, 108 in Cotulla, and a early season heat wave is definitely going to be here, and there's no real change through the next 3 or 4 days when we're looking at higher temperatures, higher humidities, oppressive heat. In fact, it's down to that time of the year where you got to remind everybody, get plenty of fluids, don't overdo it if you're perspiring a lot, and make sure you check in the back seat. You don't want to leave anybody back there, whether 2 legs or 4 legs, because of the excessive heat that's going to build up. Clouds were at a minimum today, just a few high clouds that sort of drifted through middle of the day, but we take a look at the bigger picture and you're asking, where's all this heat coming from? Well, I'm going to show you that in a second. First, let me show you, here's the humid air, a little bit of humidity from here to the coast, but on the other side of Karnes City, the humidity is down to less than 10–20%. I mean, it's bone dry out there, and it is bone dry all the way to El Paso. Here's the thing, in about a day or so, with the winds kicking up to 30 miles an hour, we're probably going to see some red flag warnings for high fire danger. Maybe not so much for our area, but certainly for this area where the humidities are just arid. Okay, so here's what we're looking at in terms of the heat index. Now, when the heat index, that's the temperature and the humidity, gives you the heat index, all right? Here's the heat index for tomorrow, that's 100. That's actually borderline. But when it starts getting up to near 105, that's when we really start getting in a dangerous situation. In other words, you're perspiring, and you don't stop perspiring, so that means you're going to get a little lightheaded. And as we get all the way to the weekend, we're looking at a heat index of 104 on Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, it's going to be humid. Now here is, of course, Victoria County, as you see right about there. Heat advisories for the counties just around us, and definitely the extreme heat advisory for everybody from San Antonio out Highway 90 west to Del Rio, almost all the way down to Eagle Pass as well. So yeah, this is a big story, not only for you and me, but for pretty much the entire state as we get really hammered. Now the winds are also going to be sort of up, but that sort of helps, but it sort of hinders. It hinders because it brings in tons of moisture. It helps because at least it keeps the air moving around a little bit. And if you're getting air, you cool down. With no air, you don't cool down. And so the reason for all of this activity is high pressure that is building up on top of us as summer returns back from the southern hemisphere and into our area. So these are the overnight lows, getting down to about 71 for us. Tomorrow, high temperatures. Look at that, 96 for us, 97 in Houston. And you know, Houston, because of all that concrete and asphalt, doesn't cool down at night. That asphalt retains the heat. So that's called the urban heat island, and they're going to be dealing with that. 105 in San Antonio, pretty amazing. So let's take a look at your overnights and your day planner for tomorrow in Port Lavaca, up to 88, lots of sun, just a few clouds here and there early in the morning, up to about 97 in Cuero, and 7-day forecast, no real change for us. We're going to be on the hot and breezy side all the way through the weekend. That's your 7-day forecast, reminding everybody we do have a QR code. Love for you to scan that, put Crossroads Today on.